Welcome to the deep dive.
Ah,
We all want our lessons to land properly, right? Especially when you've got learners with really different communication styles or, different needs.
exactly. It's a real challenge.
So today, we're digging into this really practical guide. It's packed with teaching tips aimed right at that.
Yeah, and our mission basically is to pull out the most useful stuff, the easy to use techniques you can, well, put into practice pretty much straight away to make things more inclusive, more engaging for all your learners.
Okay, let's dive in. First up, visuals. The guide really hammers home how powerful visuals are. It just seems to click for so many people.
It really does. And it's not just one kind of visual. We're talking like pictures of faces showing emotions, happy, sad, angry, get the picture,
Uh-huh.
but also symbols, actual real objects, even short little video clips. Think about it, a picture can cut through maybe difficulties with just listening to words.
Right. Different pathways to understanding, which I guess leads nicely into the next point about offering choices.
Spot on. Instead of those wide open questions like, what do you want to do? Which can be kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
The guide suggests structuring it. So maybe showing pictures and asking, do you want to color or do you want to build blocks?
Ah, I see. Much clearer.
Exactly. It lowers the cognitive load, less mental work needed to figure it out and respond. Super helpful for nonverbal students or autistic learners sometimes.
That makes perfect sense. And thinking about communication, the guide also talks about our nonverbal cues. You know, gestures, body language. We forget how much we say without speaking.
Oh, absolutely. It's huge. Simple things, waving hello, pointing someone in the right direction, nodding for yes.
Little bridges.
Yeah, they really can bridge those communication gaps for lots of different students.
Okay, what about learners who are hard of hearing? The guide had some really practical stuff there, too.
It did. And again, often simple things like speaking a bit slower, maybe a little clearer, making sure you face the student.
So they can see your face, lip read maybe.
Exactly. And using subtitles on videos, always a good shout, if possible.
And I loved this little bonus tip, learning just a few basic signs like yes, no.
Toilet, help, finished. Yeah.
Even just those few could make such a difference, couldn't they?
Shows you're really trying to connect on their terms. And staying with clarity, the guide talks about instructions, keeping them concise.
Right. This isn't just for specific needs. This helps everyone, I reckon.
Totally. We can all get lost in long instructions.
The example was great. Instead of, right class, get your books out now, turn to page 10, find the first paragraph, and start reading. Phew.
Yeah, too much. The guide suggests breaking it down, maybe. Books out, pause. Show a book picture.
Okay.
Page 10, pause, point to the number, read the top, pause, point to the section.
Much more manageable. Less chance of someone getting lost halfway through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Short, direct, maybe with that visual cue. Reduces that overload.
And then there's routine. The guide stresses how important predictability can be.
Definitely. That sense of safety, knowing what's coming, it can be really calming for lots of learners.
So things like having the same hello song each morning.
Yeah, or always doing the weather chart next, having a visual timetable for the day's activities, that kind of structure.
What about when things do change, though?
Good question. The guide suggests preparing them. Maybe use a picture card that means change, or just say clearly, okay, today is different. A little warning helps.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and the final big point, I think, was about valuing all kinds of communication. It's not just about spoken words.
Not at all. We need to broaden our definition. The guide mentions things like sign language, sure, but also PECS, the picture exchange system.
Right.
Using tablets or special communication devices, even just recognizing facial expressions or body language as attempts to communicate.
So the key is acknowledging it, responding.
Absolutely. Acknowledge and respond to any attempt. Show that their communication, whatever form it takes, is valued.
So really, wrapping it all up, the message seems to be that, well, all students can learn. It's more about us as educators being flexible and using the right tools.
Exactly. These aren't revolutionary, complex things for the most part. They're practical strategies you can weave into what you already do.
Things you can try tomorrow, maybe.
Pretty much. Small changes can have a big impact on making your classroom truly inclusive.
Which leads us to our final thought for you, the listener. Thinking about all this, what's maybe one small change, one single step you could try implementing soon to better connect with all your learners? Something to mull over.
Definitely worth considering.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.